Hi, I'm Corlaine Gardner with the Interpretive Program. We're managed by the Grassland Naturalists and based here in Police Point Park. Police Point, of course, is a wonderful location with lots of gnarly old cottonwoods, a great example of Prairie River Valley forest. The rest of the trees in town have pretty much been planted, and with me today is someone who cares an awful lot about all those trees. Here we have Craig Renney. Welcome, Craig.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Craig, you're fairly new in town. Arrived
Almost a year ago, so January 21st of 2014. Take over the helm as the Horticulture Services Foreman for the City of Medicine Hat. And it's been fun, a lot of ride, lots of trees, and that's my specialty is the trees. So it's a lot of fun so far. Lots of move to go and lots of room to go, I should say, and onward and upward.
For a Prairie City, Medicine Hat does have a good variety of trees, and we want to keep it that way. So we're hoping to chat with you now and again and get some hints for helping all of us to look after our trees. So what do we want to talk about today?
Well, I mean, we can touch on the elm trees. As we see, there's snow on the ground out here right now, so we're in what's called elm pruning season. There's a specific time when you want to prune your elm trees, and that basically you want to prune outside of the ban. The pruning ban is from April to October in every year, so you don't prune your elm tree from April to October. So don't touch your tree in the summertime. It's very bad for it. And the main reason for that is the elm bark beetle that is present in Alberta. There's no cases of Dutch elm disease in the province at this time, but there is cases of the elm bark beetle. So to avoid, basically, as I explained before, is kind of a shark to blood scenario, whereas if you cut an elm tree in the summertime, those beetles could react to that and be drawn to the tree. So if you don't cut it in the summer, the beetles aren't attracted, and fingers crossed we keep that dreaded disease out of Medicine Hat.
And keep our beautiful elm trees.
Absolutely.
Now, if people are going to prune their elms before the end of March, what do they do with the branches or the wood?
What we want to see is all elm material should be taken to the landfill and be buried. So I mean, that can be a little inconvenient, but it is the best thing for the elms, and it is covered in actually a bylaw you can find on the Medicine Hat website, the Urban Tree Protection Bylaw. You can find it on there. We'll touch into that maybe at a later date, a little more. But throw it in the back of your truck, maybe call a friend to help you out. If it's just a few branches, you could get away with maybe even throwing it in a garbage bag if it's just one or two small branches. Anything substantial, though, really get it out to the landfill and have them bury it so that we can prevent the disease.
So tell them that it is elm and it needs to be buried.
Absolutely,
so
yeah, absolutely. And it's not a bad idea to give them a call, especially if, you know, if you're taking quite a bit out, maybe give them a call and say, you know what, I got a truckload of elm wood here and I'd like to have it buried, and they'll accommodate. They've been very good with us. That's
great. So we want to keep our nice healthy elms as well as our other trees, but we're thinking elms today. If they need pruning, it needs to be done before the end of March. Dispose of the wood properly. Go to the website for more information.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Medicine Hat website. Well, there's lots of information on there, and more being added all the time as we evolve through the new processes. It's going to get better and better. So.
Well, that's great. And as usual, if you have other questions, give us a call on the Nature Line, 403-529-6225. Take care of those elms. We'll see you soon.